Semple Stadium in Thurles is the venue for the 1996 Munster Club final between the Waterford champions Ballygunner and the Clare champions Wolfe Tones na Sionna. The pitch looking in very good condition considering the very heavy rain we've had overnight. There's a very strong breeze. It's a slight diagonal breeze, but it's blowing from the Killidle end into the town goal, and this could have a major bearing on the outcome of the game. And here come Wolfe Tones, led onto the field by their magnificent captain Brian Lohan. What a great day for the people of Shannon as Wolfe Tones appear in their very first ever Munster Club final. They were crowned the champions of Clare on the 6th of October on a historic day in Ennis, since they have accounted for the Kerry champions Ballyhigh, and in a memorable day in the Wolfe Tones pitch they accounted for the Limerick champions Patrickswell, today hoping to bring further glory to the town of Shannon. The Wolfe Tones team in your picture, and this could be a memorable picture for years to come as it will adorn the clubhouse in Shannon. They make a couple of changes from the official programme. Frank Lohan is listed at number 14, but he will play at right half back. John Reardon will wear number 5, play at right half forward, and Finbar Carrig will be at full forward. So they maintain their magnificent half back line of Frank Lohan, Sean Power and Paul Meany, and these three could be very influential in today's game. And here come the Waterford champions Ballygunner, led by their captain Fergal Hartley. Ballygunner today appearing in their third Munster Club final. They were defeated in 1966, all of 30 years ago, by Carrick Davins of Tipperary in the final, and were defeated by Newmarket and Fergus in 1968. But this year they're making no secret of the fact that they intend to go all the way and bring that elusive Munster crown back to Ballygunner. The referee for this afternoon's game is Pat O'Connor of the Hand Club in Limerick, one of the very well respected referees in the country. He refereed this year's All-Ireland Under-21 final and also refereed last year's All-Ireland minor. The two captains in the centre of the field, Fergal Hartley, the centre half-back and captain for Ballygunner, and Brian Lohan, the captain of Wolfe Tones. And Ballygunner have won the toss, and Fergal Hartley has signalled that Ballygunner will play from right to left in the first half. So they will play against the breeze in the first half. The pitch, as we said earlier, looking in magnificent condition considering the heavy rain we've had overnight. The supporters of both sides in full voice, a very large contingent of the black and red of Ballygunner over in the new stand at the far side, but I'm sure the green and white of Wolfe Tones will match them cheer for cheer all during the afternoon. Agus Anish, our on the bin. So the scene is set here in Semple Stadium. Both sets of supporters in full voice. Sunshine beginning to break out over Semple Stadium and the shadows of this stand being cast across the pitch. So everything is in readiness for what promises to be a great game of hurling. Pat O'Connor just about to get the game underway, and he sets the 1996 Munster Club final underway. First into the attack is Ballygunner. This is Paul Flynn, wearing number 12, now in a right half forward position. Shoots goalwards, and that's the opening score. After just 11 seconds of play, Paul Flynn gets the opening score for Ballygunner. Paul Flynn is wearing 12 but playing in the left corner. He'll be marked by Jerry McIntyre, and Tony Carroll, who is wearing 15, is out at left half forward, being marked by Frank Lohan. Long puck out, down towards Paul O'Rourke. O'Rourke swings it over across that far side, looking for Paul Keary. Stephen Frampton lays it back to Cormac Lapturn. Not a very long clearance. This is Paulie for Wolfe Tones. Strikes it in goalwards. Dangerous one as it drops inside. Backs and forwards. Oh, there was a chance there, but it was swept away by Rory O'Sullivan. And it's gone out for a 65. Although the umpire has signalled that it's gone wide, I thought from this position that it went for a 65. So it's going to be a puck out for Ray Whitty. Brilliant sunshine breaking out now here in Semple Stadium. Finbar Carrick wearing 10 is playing at full forward. There's also a switch up front. David Codd is playing at centre half forward with wearing number 10 for Ballygunner, but we'll carry on the play. Stephen Frampton gets his clearance up that far side. Out comes the full forward, Darragh O'Sullivan. Hard pulling over towards the far touchline. The linesman has his flag up at the far side, and he signals that it's going to be a sideline cut to Wolfe Tones. Out 10 metres inside their own 45. And Paul Meany the one to take it. Paul Meany cuts a good one. Paul Lee in possession, but that's gone over the far touchline. It's going to be a sideline cut to Ballygunner. Just over 2 minutes gone. Liam Whitty. Just inside the Wolfe Tones half. Liam Whitty cuts, oh, that's a very, very good one. Cuts a long one in. Inside under it is the fullback and captain Brian Lohan. Lohan gains possession, surrounded by two players, but still gets his good clearance in. It's nicely taken by David Codd. Codd swings it over across. There is Sean Power. Power changes the fence into attack. The game is opened at a cracking pace. Out comes the left corner back, Darragh Lapturn. First times it out into the centre. Liam Whitty is there, searchingly up into the corner. Brian Lohan is there, and he has had the better of the exchange with Darragh O'Sullivan in the early stages. Dennis Reardon swings it over the far side over towards Paul Lee. Paul Lee trying to get a touch inside to Paul Keary. Liam Whitty is there, opening well in the centre of the field. Drills it down into the corner. Back goes Martin Hartigan. Hartigan was in superb form in the semi-final against Patrickswell. Wolfe Tones will be hoping for a repeat of that this afternoon. Play swings up though, this is danger. Finbar Carrick, but his first touch let him down. It was a dangerous ball as it was fed long from the half-back line. Cleared out a little. Paul Keary, known as Jack, took too much out of it, but it's first time down by Dennis Reardon. This is John Reardon wearing number 5, but playing at right half forward. That one is very, very poorly struck in towards the goals. Kieran O'Neill is inside, but he can't keep it in play. There was a good goal chance there for Wolfe Tones as Finbar Carrick brought down the high ball, failed to control it, and the danger was swept away. Ray Whitty to take the puck out. He's pucking into a stiff breeze. Won't go as far as his own 65. Rory O'Sullivan is there for Ballygunner. Jerry McIntyre pulls hard, gets it out as far as the centre half-back Sean Power. Lays it off to Frank Lohan. Lohan another long searching one down towards the goals. But that one has too much power and it's gone over the head of Finbar Carrick. It's gone to the left and wide. That's Wolfe Tones' third wide of the game. There's an injury out in the centre of the field. One of the Ballygunners players has picked up an injury. It's the midfielder Paul Power who's receiving attention. He's back on his feet and limps back into the action and he's ready to resume in the centre. Ray Whitty with the puck out. Again the breeze catches it. Just goes past his own 65. Oh, lovely bit of fielding in the centre by Fergal Hartley. Lays it on to Billy O'Sullivan. Sullivan well blocked down. Perro Crosslingford, but the referee says it was an illegal challenge and he's awarding the free end to Ballygunner. Pat O'Connor is calling Pat O'Rourke and he's also calling Billy O'Sullivan. He's having a word of warning there to both players. But it's going to be a free to Ballygunner. It'll be the sharpshooter Paul Flynn. Just inside he's inside the Wolfe Tones 65. Paul Flynn looks at the target, fires it in, but that one has gone to the right and wide. So still Ballygunner with that 1 point lead. 6 minutes gone in this first half. A very long puck out. Goes by Kieran O'Neill. Doesn't go by Fergal Hartley. Hartley and Stephen Frampton have been outstanding this year for Ballygunner, as so also has the Wolfe Tones half-back line. Frank Lohan, hooked by Paul Flynn, or it was by Tony Carroll, down that far side. Stephen Frampton is there. His clearance has gone over the touchline. That's going to be a sideline cut to Wolfe Tones. Play swinging from end to end, very fast and open. Pat O'Rourke would take this sideline cut. A metre inside the Ballygunner 65. That's a good cut inside. Finbar Carrick plays it nicely. Carrick strikes it in and he gets the point. So the side's level, coming from number 10, Finbar Carrick, but he's playing in the edge of the square. He controlled that one very nicely as it came in. Difficult to control the greasy ball, but he controlled it nicely and planted it between the posts. The puck out from Ray Whitty, up this side, hard pulling under the dropping ball. Jerry McIntyre sweeps it out. Pat O'Rourke for Wolfe Tones has had a great year in the centre of the field. Down towards Paul Keary, doesn't make contact. In it's Paul Lee. Paul Lee showing great pace. Lee strikes it in, and that's a very good point. So Wolfe Tones go in front for the first time. Coming from the left half forward, Paul Lee. Paul got 3 very good points against the Limerick champions Patrickswell, and opening promisingly again today. The puck out from Ray Whitty. Pat O'Rourke goes up for it. David Codd pulls. Billy O'Sullivan trying to gain possession. O'Sullivan has possession, being confronted by Martin Hartigan. Lays it across to Paul Flynn. Flynn strikes goalwards, but that one has gone across the face of the goals to the left and wide. The sunshine we had a few minutes ago has been replaced now by a very dark sky, but hopefully the rain will hold off. And that's a free there. That's going to be a free in the centre for a rather low pull there on that high ball by Dennis Reardon. And it's going to be a free to Ballygunner. 8.5 minutes gone. Scoreboard reading on Clare 2 points, Port Loriga 1. It'll be Fergal Hartley with the free. He's also the captain of the side. That breeze is getting stronger. Fergal Hartley looks at the target. Almost dead in the centre of the field. Searchingly over into the corner. That swung nicely in. Oh, Damien Gary, he gets a touch to it. That was a dangerous ball as it was swung inside. And the referee there has penalised Frank Lohan, and he's awarding a free end to Ballygunner for a foul there on Tony Carroll. So it'll be Paul Flynn to take the free. Free from the 20-metre line, just to the left of the goals. And this should be just pure routine stuff for Paul Flynn. That's the target, he has to aim it. And he makes no mistake, sends it high and straight between the posts. Paul Flynn's second point of the game. Both scores having come from the number 12, but he's playing in the left corner. Another long puck out by Damien Garahy. This is Paul Lee. Trying to make an angle for himself. Strikes it in goalwards. Finbar Carrick is inside. Oh, a dangerous ball. It's swept away by the fullback, Niall Warren. Ballygunner having some anxious moments down in front of goals. And that one is swept away. It's gone out for the 65. Or it's gone out for a sideline cut. Sideline cut to Ballygunner. And it'll be the left half back, number 7, Rory O'Sullivan, the one to take it. This sideline cut will be about 30 metres out from the Ballygunner goal. And it'll be the left half back, Rory O'Sullivan. Then he decides to leave it. Referee Pat O'Connor not happy at where some of the players are standing. It'll be Darrell Lapturn to take it. cuts a good one into that stiff breeze. Jerry McIntyre is under it. Paul Flynn is also there, but it's swept away for Wolfe Tones. Paul Power trying to gain position. It is the other number 9 is Pat O'Rourke, the one who wins it. That's going to be a free to the Claremen. And it'll be Frank Lohan, the one to take it. Wearing number 14, but playing in a right half back. Frank Lohan strikes it high. Finbar carried there, trying to latch onto it as Paul Keary put it back in play, but the umpire had signalled that it had crossed the line. So it's going to be a puck out for Ballygunner. That's Wolfe Tones' 4th wide of the game. They're playing with the aid of a strong breeze. The sides level after 11 and a half minutes, 2 points each. Sean Power is under it, but is taken nicely by David Codd. Codd cutting through the centre, trying to link up with Paul Flynn. Good defending there by Frank Lohan. And Paul Flynn acknowledges that the chop was dangerous as some of the Wolfe Tones players gathered around him. Pat O'Connor having a word there with Paul Flynn. So it's going to be a free out to Wolfe Tones. And again it'll be Frank Lohan. Out 40 metres from his own goal. Lohan strikes a very, very long one. Dangerous ball as it drops down inside, but it breaks behind the full back line and the full forward line into the safe hands of Ray Whitty. Gets his clearance out. There's his brother Liam Whitty out in the centre, but now helping back in the half back line. Showing good pace, he cuts upfield. Paul Meany, the one who's trying to put in the challenge. This could be danger here. But Martin Hartigan is inside for Wolfe Tones. A real scramble for position. And Mick O'Mahony is the one who wins it. O'Mahony strikes it in. Oh, and it comes off the upright into the hands of Damien Garrahy. And Garrahy swings it downfield. Kieran O'Neill had a very good game in the semi-final against Patrickswell. This is Paul Keary, known as Jack. From just inside the 65, swings it in. Or it was Paul O'Rourke, the one who sent it in towards Paul Keary. John Reardon has possession. Reardon looks at the target, strikes it in, but harmlessly. Oh, Ray Whitty has messed it up. Ray Whitty dropped it there, and coming in to challenge is Pat O'Rourke, but the keeper recovers, gets his clearance out. Liam Whitty once again. Whitty playing very well in the centre of the field. This is Martin Hartigan. Hartigan was in superb form in the semi-final. And there is this ever-vigilant captain, Brian Lohan. What a marvellous captain to any side. This is Pat O'Rourke. O'Rourke swings it across over towards his brother Paul. Paul O'Rourke nicely jabs it up, strikes it in, and he gets the point. So Wolfe Tones got back in front. A very good point by Paul O'Rourke. He was in superb form also in the semi-final, accounted for 4 good points against the Limerick champions Patrickswell. Ray Whitty with the puck out. Pucking into a very, very stiff breeze, but still getting a good amount of distance. Kieran O'Neill onto John Reardon. Reardon didn't get as much distance as he would have wished into that one. Again, Liam Whitty is there for Ballygunner. Up towards the full forward, Darragh O'Sullivan. Brian Lohan in there to challenge. Here's the chance for Ballygunner. Swung in by Billy O'Sullivan. Damien Garrahy is under it. Lays it off to Martin Hartigan. Hartigan takes the challenge of David Codd and gets the clearance out, but it's gone over the touchline. That's going to be a sideline cut to the Waterford champions Ballygunner. 15 minutes gone in this first half. The Clare champions leading by 1 point. Liam Whitty with the sideline cut. Goes off the stick of Paul Meany. Billy O'Sullivan links back again. Liam Whitty. Whitty strikes goalwards. Dangerous one as it drops inside. Oh, and that just took a deflection and went past the right hand upright. The Wolfe Tones players happy to see that one go past the upright and go for a puck out to Damien Garrahy. Again, it's a huge one from Damien Garrahy. Aided by the breeze. Well taken by Fergal Hartley. That's a free out to Ballygunner. Both sides have been really backboned by tremendous half backlines this year. Frank Lohan, Sean Power and Paul Meany for Wolfe Tones. Stephen Frampton, Fergal Hartley and Rory O'Sullivan for Ballygunner. Hartley takes the low one into the breeze. Nicely laid across by Tony Carroll. Nice low ball into the forwards. That seemed to be a high pull there by David Codd. For a foul there on Sean Power. So it'll be a free out to Wolfe Tones, and it'll be the captain Brian Lohan from his own 20-metre line. Lohan strikes a long one. Sends it all the way down to the other 20-metre line. This is Paul O'Rourke. Paul O'Rourke cutting through. Is there a goal chance on? It's a goal! A goal for Wolfe Tones. Paul O'Rourke, the scorer. He controlled it lovely, got inside the full back line and pressed an unstoppable shot to the back of the net. So that's putting Wolfe Tones into a 4-point lead. 1-3 to 2 points. And Paul O'Rourke is certainly causing problems for Darrell Lapthorne. That's a goal and a point he has accounted for so far. Ray Whitty with the puck out. Kieran O'Neill is under it with Fergal Hartley. Hartley controls it nicely. Links back with Stephen Frampton. Long one upfield. Out comes the full forward, Darragh O'Sullivan. Sean Power is there for Wolfe Tones. Hurling come footballer. Down to Pat O'Rourke. Rourke launches it down towards Finbar Carrick. Carrick grabs it. Another scoring chance here. Another goal! Finbar Carrick pressed it into the back of the net. So the game is really turned on its head. Wolfe Tones must look to be struggling for a while, playing with the aid of that strong breeze. But 2 goals in the space of a minute from Paul O'Rourke and Finbar Carrick has really turned the game around. So it's 2-3 to 2 points. The Clare champions are leading. Kieran O'Neill is under it. And certainly Ballygunner are having problems in their full back line. Got one handed away. Up towards Mick O'Mahony. Tony Carroll. Or it's David Codd cutting through. Codd strikes it in. And he gets the point. A point for Ballygunner. So bringing the margin back to 6 points. 2 goals and 3 points to 3 points. The referee, Pat O'Connor, is having a word with a couple of the players in there. He's calling Jerry McIntyre. He's also calling Paul Flynn. And he has the notebook out. The name of Paul Flynn and Jerry McIntyre is going into the notebook. Paul Flynn has already been spoken to by the referee. So a stern word of warning there to both players as their name goes into the book of Pat O'Connor. So they will have to be on their best behaviour for the rest of the game. Damien Garrihy with the puck out. Paul Flynn has now gone into the corner. He was listed at 12 but started in the left corner. That's going to be a sideline cut to Wolfe Tones. And it'll be Pat O'Rourke to take it. It's about 50 metres out from the Ballygunner goal. Pat O'Rourke steps up to it, sends in a low one. Paul Keary tries to nudge it inside. Dennis Reardon is also in there. Cleared out a little by Stephen Frampton. Pat O'Rourke coming very much into the game out around the centre of the field. Blocked as he tries to get his turns, but Pat O'Rourke still persists. Flicked away, but it's Paul Keary who swings it over across again, over towards Paul O'Rourke. Will Paul O'Rourke try and take on his man, or will he strike from outside? O'Rourke swings it in. The angle was very tight and it went across the face of the goals. It's gone to the left and wide. That's their 5th wide of the game. But Paul O'Rourke looking very sharp, wearing 15 but playing in the right corner. Nice bit of fielding there by Tony Carroll. Swings it in the centre. This is Paul Flynn. Paul Flynn is fouled, and that's going to be a free into Ballygunner. And it'll be Paul Flynn the one to take it. Hooking into that stiff breeze from the Wolfe Tones 65. Paul Flynn jabs it up. Strikes goalwards. That seems to be curling. And it's gone. I think it got a touch off the upright and went to the right and wide. So the score still remains. Wolfe Tones Sionna, 2 goals and 3 points. Ballygunner 3 points. That's another long puck out. But of course, remember, Wolfe Tones will have to play against that strong breeze in the second half. Roddy O'Sullivan tries to get it out. Pat O'Rourke, but he took too much out of it. Mick O'Mahony swings it in. Under it is Frank Lohan. Lohan strikes a long one. Another dangerous ball down inside. Paul O'Rourke is inside again. Another chance. Paul O'Rourke got it, kicked it in. And there's a difference of opinion going on between 2 players in front of the goals. Paul O'Rourke was claiming, and I think legitimately, that he was being held. There seemed to be a holding there by Darragh Lapturn, but the referee was on the play and he's giving a free out. He's giving a free out to Ballygunner. Paul O'Rourke got a boot to that one, and Ray Whitty was lucky that the sliotar didn't go past him for the 3rd time. Ray Whitty gets it out past his own 65. Liam Whitty can't hold on to it. This is Paul Lee. In towards Kieran O'Neill. Flicked away. Paul Lee once again. Paul, who played at full-back for Clare in the 1989 All-Ireland minor final, now converted to a forward. Strikes it down into the corner. Paul O'Rourke certainly seems to have the legs on the corner back. Oh, that's a great point by Paul O'Rourke. A magnificent point by O'Rourke. And he's certainly causing all sorts of problems for the Ballygunner side. They have made a switch in the team. The 2 Lapturns have switched corners. Cormac now has come over to try and police Paul O'Rourke. John Reardon. Knocked away from him. This is David Cott for Ballygunner. Swings it up this side. Tony Carroll. Brian Lohan comes in with the challenge. Lohan knocks it away from him, but Tony Carroll gets it again. Still can't shake off the challenge of Brian Lohan. And that's magnificent full-back play by Brian Lohan. Gets it to his brother Frank. Changes the fence into attack. And again, Paul O'Rourke is first onto it. O'Rourke is having a real purple patch at the moment. Paul O'Rourke swings it over the crossbar. A goal and 3 points for the corner forward. And certainly Paul O'Rourke is in inspired form in the corner today. A real 5-star performance from the corner forward, causing all sorts of problems. So the scoreboard now reading on Clare 2-5. Port Clare got 3 points. This is a longer puck out from Ray Whitty. Paul Flynn breaks to Roddy O'Sullivan. Being put under pressure by Kieran O'Neill. And that was good persistence there by Kieran O'Neill. And he wins the free. Kieran O'Neill getting words of encouragement from team manager Alan Cunningham. What a great job Alan Cunningham has done with this side this year. When one considers that the team went out so meekly last year, only scoring 3 points in the first round of the Clare Championship, and are now contesting a Munster club final. Hard pull there by Dennis Reardon. He made contact with the sliotar, but down goes Paul Power. Paul Power goes down. Dennis Reardon pulled hard. He made contact with the sliotar. He also made contact, seemed to get on the side of the head with Paul Power. Power has gone down injured. The referee has said that he acknowledges that Dennis Reardon pulled on the ball, but the Ballygunner man has gone down injured. Receiving attention there from the Mentors and also from the Red Cross. The linesman went in to have a word there with referee Pat O'Connor. But thankfully Paul Power is back on his feet and ready to resume in the centre. So it's going to be a free to Ballygunner. Or no, it's going to be a sideline cut. The referee didn't blow the whistle. He acknowledged that Dennis Reardon pulled on the sliotar. So it's going to be a sideline cut to Ballygunner. It'll be Rory O'Sullivan, the left half back. Ballygunner are also warming up a substitute. Gordon Ryan is warming up down under us. Or no, it's Sean Lyons, but we'll follow on the play. Nicely swung in inside. Paul Meany is back there. Mick O'Mahony messes up that one, but Sean Power is there for Wolfe Tones. Nicely kept in play by Dennis Reardon. Onto his brother John. Again down towards the full forward line. Finbar Carrick again moves out very, very fast to it. Again they open up the Ballygunner back line. This is Paulie cutting through. Paulie with the shot and Paulie with the point. Paulie's second point of the game. And the speedy Wolfe Tones forwards are certainly causing problems in the wide open spaces of Semple Stadium. Some people felt that it was the tight grounds in Wolfe Tones that had the upper hand against Patrickswell, but one must also remember that these players are full of speed and are showing great pace. That's another dangerous ball as it drops down, but the keeper does well. Ray Whitty. I for one felt that the wide open spaces of Semple Stadium would suit this Wolfe Tones team. That's the way it's working out at the moment. Kieran O'Neill without the hurley. David Codd gets it into the centre of the field. Jerry McIntyre gets it out a little. Paulie is there for Wolfe Tones. Also in there is the other Paul Flynn. This is Liam Whitty, but great pressure there by the Wolfe Tones players. They're hunting in twos. Anytime a Ballygunner player gains possession, the Wolfe Tones players are very, very quick to close them down. There's a sub coming onto the Ballygunner team. Number 18, Sean Lyons is coming into the side. And one would feel that he'd be probably going back into the full back line, or it looks as if it's Rory O'Sullivan who's going to go back in to left corner back to try and curtail Paul O'Rourke. Lyons has come in at left half, and Darrell Lapthorne has gone off the team, but we'll follow on the play. This is Paul Flynn. Paul Flynn playing a long ways out from goals. Dangerous one as it drops inside, but again the very safe Brian Lohan is there. Lohan gets the clearance past the centre of the field. First timed out by Stephen Frampton. David Codd tries to link up inside with Billy O'Sullivan, but it's Paul Meany is there for Wolfe Tones. 4 players tussle for it, but it's gone over the touchline. That's going to be a sideline cut to the Ballygunner men. Almost 29 minutes gone in this first half. Stephen Frampton with the free. Paul Meany covering back. Meany playing well at left half back. This is Liam Whitty, one of the better of the Ballygunner players in this first half. Frank Lohan bats it down, but this is Billy O'Sullivan. Again, there's 3 Wolfe Tones players around him. They stand their ground well. Sean Power tussling for it with Paul Flynn. Again, 3 Wolfe Tones players congregate around him, and they hunted in trees there. They didn't commit the foul, and Paul Flynn was penalised for holding on to the ball too long. Very good defending by the Wolfe Tones players. This is Brian Lohan. Down to John Reardon. All the Wolfe Tones players showing great pace. They have done a tremendous amount of work during the year. That's a dangerous ball, but Ray Whitty gets his clearance out. Under it is Dennis Reardon. And Paul Power tussles for it. Tony Carroll is also there. Can't shake off the challenge of Frank Lohan. This is Sean Power. First time the down towards Paul O'Rourke. O'Rourke again wins possession. Tried to take too much out of that one. It's cleared out by Paul Power. Ballygunner looking for scores now just before half time. Swung across the centre. Jerry McIntyre is there. McIntyre, of course, played a lot of his hurling at younger age out around the centre. Paul Flynn has pulled him out a long way, some goals today. Mike O'Mahony in position. Mahoney swings it in. Indoors Darragh O'Sullivan. Again being closely policed by Brian Lohan. This time Darragh O'Sullivan gains possession. And Brian Lohan came in with the hook. And that's gone over the touchline, and Darragh O'Sullivan is just shaking his head and wonder what he has to do to get away from this fella, because Brian Lohan has really been commanding in front of goals. There's one of the Wolfe Tones players down injured out around the centre. He seems to have picked up a leg injury. John Reardon is the one receiving attention, but he limps back into the action and is ready to resume at right half forward. The sideline cut, but it's poorly struck by Jerry McIntyre, so it's going to be a sideline cut to Ballygunner. And it'll be Paul Power the one to take it. Scoreboard reading, Wolfe Tones 2 goals and 6 points. Ballygunner 3 points. We've gone into the 32nd minute. 31 minutes and 42 seconds on my stopwatch. Paul Power swings it in. Inside. And the referee calls for the ball. And as the sides go in at half-time, it's the Clare champions leading by 9 points. They've had the aid of a very strong breeze in the first half. The half-time score, 2 goals and 6 points for Wolfe Tones, 3 points for Ballygunner. Paul O'Rourke in inspired form in the right corner, accounting for a goal and 3 points. Finbar Carrick accounting for a goal. They were the main difference between the sides in this first half. So can Wolfe Tones defend a 9-point lead against that strong breeze? Well, they certainly won't let it slip too easily. So the half-time score here, Wolfe Tones 2 goals and 6 points. Ballygunner 3 points. And the crowd have been entertained here at half-time by the Sean Tracy pipe band. So both teams have come back out for the second half. There's one change on the Ballygunner team. Darragh O'Sullivan, who was playing at full forward on Brian Lohan, is gone off the side, and Gordon Ryan comes in wearing number 19. So the Sean Tracy pipe band get a rousing cheer from the supporters from both sides as they parade off the field. And Pat O'Connor's about to get the second half underway. And again it's Wolfe Tones first into the attack. This is Paul Lee cutting through. There's gaps opening inside. Lee strikes it in. A goal! After just 9 seconds of the second half, Paul Lee has crashed the ball to the back of the net. So now there's 12 clear points between the sides. 3 goals and 6 points for Wolfe Tones. 3 points for Ballygunner. This is Liam Whitty. Brian Lohan is inside. This time Paul Flynn gains possession. Tries to go by Martin Hartigan. Flynn lays it across. Billy Codd in possession. Or it's David Codd, and David Codd gets the point. His second point of the game. But what a great start to the second half by Wolfe Tones. We've just played 49 seconds and we have a goal and a point already in the 49 seconds of this first half, or this second half. This is Frank Lohan. It won't come up for him. But Frank Lohan still persists. Gets it out a little. Dennis Reardon is there for Wolfe Tones. Half blocked as he tries to get his shot in. This is David Codd. Codd swings it across over this side. Billy O'Sullivan in possession. Or it was Mick O'Mahony. Lays it across. This is Billy O'Sullivan. Sullivan cutting through. A chance of a goal on here maybe. Oh, rocket of a shot that comes off the upright. This Damien Garrahy looked over his shoulder. It came off the upright and back into play. And Paul Meany is there to complete the clearance. It's gone over the touchline. So how unlucky can you get? Ballygunner certainly needed a goal. Trailing by 11 points. But that one rocketed back off the upright. A sideline cut to Ballygunner. Ballygunner aided with that strong breeze in the second half. Sean Power nudges it away out of the danger area. 3 Ballygunner players around it. It won't come up for them. Paul Meany gets it out a little. This is Dennis Reardon. Reardon clears it upfield. Up towards the third goal scorer, Paul Lee. Paul Lee is being held. And that's a free in to Wolfe Tones. Stephen Frampton marking Paul Lee, and Paul Lee has certainly given him a torrid afternoon. He was felt to be one of the strong men in that half-back line. but has largely been anonymous here today. This is Paul Keary. Keary strikes it in. The wind holds it inside. Ray Whitty drops it. It's nudged away. Sean Lyons gets it out towards the far touchline. That's going to be a sideline cut to Wolfe Tones. And John Reardon is going to be the one to take it. But then John Reardon decides to leave it to his brother Dennis. So Dennis will take the sideline cut. 10 metres out from the Ballygunner end line. Dennis Reardon, oh, dangerous one as he swings it over across. Cormac Lapturn is there. Cormac Lapturn gets it back as far as the centre half-back. Fergal Hartley under pressure. He gets it out as far as the midfielder Liam Whitty. Whitty again put under pressure. Hartley gets it at the second attempt. Out the far side. Down the far side, down towards Tony Carroll. But the other Lohan, Frank Lohan, really coming into his own. Fires it upfield. This is Kieran O'Neill. O'Neill with the chance. And had time on that one. But O'Neill's hit it rather hurriedly and send it to the right and wide. The puck out drops down on the Wolfe Tones 65. Paul Meany storming into the game now at left half back. Hard pulling with John Reardon and Sean Lyons. Rory O'Sullivan is there for Ballygunner. Hooked again as he tries to get his shot in. Finbar Carrig working like a beaver. Pat O'Rourke. And certainly the Wolfe Tones players giving no time on the ball to the Ballygunner players. Finbar Carrig there pleading that he wasn't fouling, but it's going to be a free out to Ballygunner. 4.5 minutes gone in this second half. Scoreboard reading 3-6 to 4 points. Fergal Hartley launches a high one down. This is Paul Flynn, strikes it in. It's a goal! A goal for Ballygunner. Mick O'Mahony, the one that finished it. It was struck in by Paul Flynn. Damien Garrahy saved it, but the in-rushing Mick O'Mahony finished it to the back of the net. Oh, that will certainly give Ballygunner hope. Aided by the strong breeze, they still feel they can come back into this game. Not so if I have my way, says Dennis Reardon. Liam Whitty. Down towards Paul Flynn. Flynn looking dangerous. Struck inside. Martin Hartigan misjudges it. Out comes Damien Garrahy. Another chance for Mick O'Mahony. But Martin Hartigan is there and clears it out of the danger area. A sideline cut. A sideline cut to Ballygunner. So a sideline cut to Ballygunner. And if Ballygunner had anxious moments in the first half in front of that goal, and all right, Wolfe Tones are having some anxious moments at the moment. This is Paul Flynn with the sideline cut, very close to the corner flag. Strikes it in low. And the umpire has signalled that it had crossed the end line. Oh, it'll be a puck out for Damien Garrahy. That's Ballygunner's 5th wide of the game. On Clare, 3 goals and 6 points. Port Lorga, 1 goal and 4. Of course, that is Wolfe Tones Sionna, 3 goals and 6. Ballygunner, 1 goal and 4. The puck out only goes as far as the 65. Held by the breeze. Dennis Reardon gets a touch to it. This is Pat O'Rourke. Up towards Paul Keary. Keary sends it in towards Finbar Carrig. Carrig shot across the centre. Cormac Lapturn is there for Ballygunner. Gets it up that far side. Billy O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan swings it down. Well taken inside by Damien Garrahy. Gets his clearance back out. This is Tony Carroll. Sean Power is there for Wolfe Tones. Half blocked as he tries to get his shot in. Mick O'Mahony swings it in. This is Paul Power. Power turns, strikes it in. And Damien Garrahy watches that one as it just goes over the end line. So the score remains 3 goals and 6 points for Wolfe Tones, 1 goal and 4 for Ballygunner. 7.5 minutes gone in this second half. Damien Gary comes to the edge of the small parallelogram. This one won't go to his own 65. Pat O'Rourke is there for Wolfe Tones. Soaring upfield, Liam Whitty in pursuit. Number 8 against number 9. O'Rourke strikes it in, and that goes harmlessly to the left and wide. That's Wolfe Tones' 7th wide of the game. The puck out drops into the centre. David Codd beginning to come into the game a little. Cleared away by Dennis Reardon. That's going to be a sideline cut. That'll be a sideline cut to Ballygunner. And it'll be Sean Lyons the one to take it. Just a couple of metres outside his own 65. The linesman not happy at where he had placed the slitter. So Sean Lyons didn't get as much distance as he would have wished into that one. David Codd swings it across this side. Down towards Paul Power, who now seems to be operating inside in the left, in the right corner forward position. This is Billy O'Sullivan. Lays it back to Paul Power. Power strikes it goalwards, and that's gone straight between the posts. A point by the number 9, Paul Power. Power started in the centre of the field, is now gone to right corner forward. And Mick O'Mahony is playing at centre field, and David Codd is at centre half forward. So 7 points the margin. Ballygunner bringing back the lead. It was 11 points at one stage. Ballygunner playing with the aid of the breeze and certainly coming into the game. John Reardon swings it upfield, up towards Finbar Carrig. Tried to link up there with Paul O'Rourke. This is Kieran O'Neill. O'Neill strikes it in. Paulie rises for it. But Stephen Frampton is there for Ballygunner. Well hurled by Frank Lohan. Up to Dennis Reardon. Paul O'Rourke, the danger man, is under it. O'Rourke and a goal! Paul O'Rourke again, the danger man. As the high one came in from Dennis Reardon. Paul O'Rourke swung one-handed it and finished it to the back of the net. Here comes Ballygunner again. This is Paul Power. Swings it in. But Damien Gary watches that one all the way as it goes to the left and wide. Paul O'Rourke is certainly causing all sorts of problems. There's had been a number of different markers gone on him, but they've all failed to hold the Wolfe Tones corner forward, and he's accounted for 2 goals and 3 points in that right corner. Damien Gary with the puck out. Pat O'Rourke. Fergal Hartley comes out from the centre half back position. The sun beginning to break out again. Still Fergal Hartley. Oh, hefty challenge there from Frank Lohan. Frank Lohan stood his ground and came in with a shoulder. It was a frontal charge on Fergal Hartley. But Hartley, to be fair to him, didn't make a meal of it. He got up and walked away. But the name of Frank Lohan is going into the book of Pat O'Connor. And it's going to be a free into Ballygunner. 10 points between the sides once again. And it's going to be a free into Ballygunner. It'll be Paul Flynn. Just outside the semicircle. Paul Flynn stands well back. Is he going for a goal? Fires it in. Blocked by Frank Lohan. Paul Power. Oh, great goal. Paul Power, the one that finished it. And that certainly has been a good move from the Ballygunner men. Putting Paul Power into the right corner. He's accounted for a goal and a point since switching in from centre field. So the goals beginning to rain in at both ends. A most entertaining and enjoyable Munster Club final. Wolfe Tones leading now by 4-6 to 2-5. The margin is back again to 7 points. Pat O'Rourke is under it, so is Paul Lee. Fergal Hartley, the captain, is there. Hartley links back with Cormac Lapturn. Lapturn swings it across the far side. Sean Power is there for Wolfe Tones. Nicely links up with Dennis Reardon. Crossing the 65. Still Dennis Reardon. Lays it inside to the centre half forward, Kieran O'Neill. O'Neill's shot is blocked down. And Fergal Hartley sweeps it downfield. Brian Lohan is under it. But this is Paul Flynn. Another goal! A great goal by Paul Flynn. And certainly one would not want to bat an eyelid here in Semple Stadium, or you'll miss some of the action. The goals coming fast and frequent at both ends. It's now just a 4-point gap. It was 11 points at one stage. Ballygunner brought it back to 7. Wolfe Tones went 10 ahead again, but now it's back to 4. And we've only just 13 minutes gone in this second half. Thank God for that, because this is most entertaining stuff. This is the fullback, Niall Warren. Pat O'Rourke swings it over across. Or it was John Reardon over to his midfield partner and brother Dennis. From outside the 45, Reardon fires in a high one, but it's gone to the right and wide. Frank Lohan for Wolfe Tones. Now seems to be gone to centre half back, and Paulie has gone into the right half. Good defending there by Stephen Frampton. Frampton now has gone to left corner to try and mark Paul O'Rourke. Well taken by Billy O'Sullivan. A free into Ballygunner. And the black and red flags of Ballygunner are rising high once again at the far side of the field. And be Paul Flynn with the free. Four points separating the sides. We also have a dog on the pitch at the moment to add to the entertainment. Flynn strikes it in. Well taken inside by the keeper, Damien Garrahy. Garrahy under pressure. Oh, he gives it away. This is Billy O'Sullivan. Sullivan strikes it in, and O'Sullivan gets the point. So the margin is now back to 3 points. What a great contest it is. This is here in Semple Stadium. So there's now just 3 points between the sides. The scoreboard reading 4 goals and 6 points to 3 goals and 6. The puck out from Damien Garrahy. Sean Power now operating at right half back. That's a free to Wolfe Tones. And a bit of a difference of opinion going on between some of the players. I thought for a moment then when Damien Garrahy, or when Pat O'Connor went across the field, that he was going to throw in the slitter. But he's awarding the free. He's awarding the free to Wolfe Tones. Frank Lohan from his own 65. Lohan strikes a huge one. Paul Keary tries to latch onto it. Keary gains possession. Keary looks at the target, has time, strikes it in, and that's a very good point. A good point by Paul Keary. Keary's first score of the game. It could be a vital one yet. Ray Whitty with the puck out. Sean Power first onto it. Can't hold onto it. This is Dennis Reardon. Reardon having a good game. Shot is blocked down. David Codd strikes it down towards goals. Ryan Lohan policing the full forward all the way. Full forward now in there is Gordon Ryan, who came in as a substitute. So again 4 points between the sides. 4-7 to 3-6. Damien Garrahy in no great hurry with the puck out. Just over 16 minutes gone in this second half. 4 points between the sides. Billy O'Sullivan. David Codd hurls it in along the ground. Out comes Sean Power. Power coming much more into the game now at right half back. Up the far side. John Reardon is there for Wolfe Tones. Reardon cutting through the centre. Lays it off to Finbar Carrick. Carrick soloing through. Lays it inside. This is Paul Keary. A great point. But the referee had blown the whistle. He's awarding a free in. As Finbar Carrick was going through after laying it off to Paul Keary, he was taken out of it by a late challenge. So it's going to be a free in to Wolfe Tones. The Wolfe Tones substitutes, a couple of them warming up. Is Gazzy about to be brought in? Or they also call him Gaza? He's warming up. Is he about to be introduced? Paul Keary with the free. It takes a deflection off the keeper's hurley, but it goes over the crossbar. Paul Keary's second point of the game. So it's now 4-8 to 3-6. Ballygunner come attacking again. That's going to be a sideline cut to Ballygunner. Liam Whitty with the sideline cut. Cuts a lovely one in field. Up the right for it inside. Martin Hartigan is in there. Gets it out a little. This is Paul Power. Out to Paul Flynn. Flynn strikes it in, and that's gone over the crossbar. That's a goal and 3 points from Paul Flynn. Pat O'Connor looking at the watch, telling Damien Gary to hurry on with the puck out. We also have a dog in the pitch. It's a good puck out against that strong breeze. Finbar Carrick now seems to be operating at centre half forward. Feeds it in inside. Paul O'Rourke just fails to keep that one in play. So it's going to be a puck out for Ray Whitty. Great urgency now coming into the Ballygunner side. They feel they still can annex that first Munster club title. They're trading by 4 points. They have the aid of the breeze. And they have 11 minutes left in the game. Billy O'Sullivan strikes it in. Frank Lohan is there. Storming into the game now at centre half back. Still Frank Lohan. They just can't dispossess him. Strikes it upfield. Paul Lee rises high for it. Paul Keary is also in there. Keary nurses it up along. Up to John Reardon. Trying to go by Fergal Hartley. Reardon swings it in. Ray Whitty clears it outfield. Kieran O'Neill seemed to be held inside. The referee waved on the play. This is Sean Power. And now this will be the test of this great half-back line of Wolfe Tones. Will they stand the test? It looks like they will. They're playing superbly. This is Sean Lyons. He's pushed over the touchline. It's going to be a sideline cut to Wolfe Tones. And John Reardon again decides to leave it to his brother Dennis. Just 4 points between the sides, 4-8 to 3-7. A lot of people said that if Wolfe Tones were to win it, it would have to be a low-scoring game. Well, they have proved here today that they can run up a high score as well. Well taken inside by Ray Whitty. Whitty gets the clearance out. Paul Meany first onto it. Ball goes by him. This is Billy O'Sullivan. Meany sticks to his task. Still Billy O'Sullivan. Meany dispossesses him. Out comes Frank Lohan, a hefty shoulder. This is Gordon Ryan. Fed in inside. This is David Codd. Well blocked down by Sean Power. And away comes Captain Fantastic Brian Lohan. And he'd lift the heart of any side. Strikes a long one upfield. O'Rourke trying to get inside again. O'Rourke has possession, causing all sorts of problems. Looks at the target, strikes it in, and off the upright it goes over the crossbar. A point for Wolfe Tones, and another score from Paul O'Rourke. That's 2-4 that Paul O'Rourke is accounted for. And Derek Collins is coming into the side. Big Derek is coming in at wearing number 27. He'll go to the edge of the square. Kieran O'Neill has been replaced, and Paul O'Rourke has gone back to the right corner. 4-9 to 3-7. 5 points between the sides. Fergal Hartley. Jerry Collins puts in the challenge. Comes across to Niall Warren, the fullback. A long one downfield. Frank Lohan is under it. Paul Power sends it across towards Billy O'Sullivan. Can't hold on to it. In there is Paul Meany. This is a great Munster final. Stuck in inside, in towards Paul Power. Jerry McIntyre closely policing him. Still Paul Power. Strikes it over across the centre. This is Billy O'Sullivan. Sullivan trying to go inside the two Lohan brothers. Not so easily done. Links up with Paul Flynn. Flynn looks at the target. Strikes it high and sends it over the crossbar. A goal and 4 points for Paul Flynn. So the margin is back to 4 points once again. 4-9 to 3-8. 22 minutes and 22 seconds gone on my stopwatch. And this has certainly been a most entertaining Munster final. We've had goals galore at either end. Some magnificent scores, some great defending. What more could one wish for? They call soccer the beautiful game. Well, if that's the beautiful game, what is this? Words can't describe it. This is Frank Lohan. Magnificent at centre half-back. Lohan strikes it upfield. Well taken by John Reardon. Gazzy coming out to help. Trying to link up with Finbar Carrig. Derry Collins is in there. Ball breaks to Liam Whitty. Back to Rory O'Sullivan. Well blocked by Paul Keary. Pat O'Rourke nudges it upfield. Paul Keary can't hold on to it. This is magnificent hurling. Liam Whitty drives it down towards goals. Real commitment from both sides. The referee has blown the whistle. There's a difference of opinion going on between some of the players. There seemed to be a pull there on Brian Lohan as he came to challenge for that high one as it came in. The referee has gone in. He seems to be calling a couple of the players. Brian Lohan has gone down injured, but I'm sure the lion-hearted Brian Lohan, it'll take more than a bang in the leg to take him out of this game. Brian Lohan back on his feet. Takes the free himself. David Codd comes to it, nudged past him by Dennis Reardon. Mick O'Mahony in position. O'Mahony is well blocked down. That's going to be a sideline cut to Ballygunner. 24 minutes and 23 seconds. 5.5 minutes between Wolfe Tones winning their first Munster club title. They're leading by 4 points, but Ballygunner certainly will not give up without a real fight. They came back from 11 points down. There's now just 4 between the sides. Well hurled away by Brian Lohan. Liam Whitty trying to gain possession. Plays it back to Rory O'Sullivan. Rory O'Sullivan sends it straight down the centre. Under it is Sean Power, and Frank Lohan is there. The two Lohans really dominant down the centre for Wolfe Tones. Close to the far touchline. It's going to be a sideline cut, or it's going to be a free. It's going to be a free to Ballygunner. But the linesman has his flag up and wasn't happy at where the ball was placed. Stephen Frampton strikes a huge run downfield. Drops on the edge of the 13-metre line. David Codd with it. Links up with Paul Flynn. Flynn going for goal. Well saved by Damien Garrahy. And Brian Lohan flicks it out for a 65. Well, one could watch this all afternoon into the dark of the evening because it has been magnificent hurling from start to finish. Drama at either end. The 65 struck in by Liam Whitty. Strikes it in low. Dennis Reardon is there. Out comes Dennis Reardon. Nudges it upfield. Rory O'Sullivan takes a hefty challenge from Dennis Reardon. Retains possession. Strikes it downfield. Pat O'Rourke puts his hand up for it. Can't hold on to it. The stout-hearted Finbar Carrig, working hard as usual, sends it up the centre. Rory O'Sullivan. What a great Munster final this is. Fergal Hartley, a long run downfield. Paul Flynn is under it inside. So is David Codd. Trying to shake off the challenge of Brian Lohan. Again, Lohan blocks him down. And the magnificent Brian Lohan gets it out past his own 65. He was awarded with an All-Star, his second in a row on last Friday night. Well, if anybody is here to witness this display this afternoon, there's no doubt, but he's unquestionably the best fullback in the country. This is Paul Keary. Keary links back. This is Finbar Carrig. Carrig strikes goalwards. It's gone to the right and wide. That's Wolfe Tones' 10th wide of the game. Just 3 minutes left. 3 minutes between Wolfe Tones and their first ever Munster club title. Ballygunner have yet to win the title also. They've been beaten in the final on 2 occasions. Billy O'Sullivan links inside with Paul Power. And it's gone to the right and wide. Brian Lohan came in with the challenge. Some of the Ballygunner players protesting that it came off the Wolfe Tones captain, but the umpire signalled that it went to the right and wide. 4 goals and 9 points for Wolfe Tones. 3 goals and 8 for Ballygunner. Damien Garrahy with the puck out. Drops it straight into the centre of the field. Tony Carroll tries to link up, but there is Frank Lohan at centre half-back. This will be a major achievement if the two Lohans could win Munster club medals here this evening, as they're father won 2 in 67 and 68 with that great Newmarket team of the 60s and 70s. So this is it's going to be a throw-in ball. Fergal Hartley and Jerry Collins in Fred. Hartley wins possession, goes by Finbar Carrig. Both sides have given their all here in Semple Stadium. This is Paul Flynn showing great pace. Tries to go inside Jerry McIntyre. Still Paul Flynn. Links over across. Strikes it in. A goal! A goal by Gordon Ryan. So now there's just a point between the sides. 28 and a half minutes gone. Does either side deserve to lose this? It has been one of the marvellous occasions in hurling. We thought it was magnificent. It was last year with 6 Mile Bridge, but they won the game so handy. But this game has been fast and fluent, wide open hurling from end to end. There's now a point between the sides, 4-9 to 4-8. This is Paul Power, strikes it downfield. Martin Hartigan nudges it out. There is Frank Lohan. Frank Lohan being put under pressure by Gordon Ryan. Ballygunner just a point behind. They trail by 11 at one stage. Frank Lohan gets it out. Gordon Ryan is there once again for Ballygunner, surrounded by 2 Wolfe Tones players. Links back with Sean Lyons. Lyons soloing downfield. Strikes it in. David Codd has it in front of Brian Lohan. Links over across. Again a block comes in on it. That's gone out over the far touchline. It's going to be a sideline cut to Wolfe Tones. 29 minutes and 40 seconds. The supporters on the edge are on the edge of their seats. There's certainly nobody leaving the ground because this has been a marvellous Munster final. We've witnessed some marvellous games at inter-county level, but there's few at club level that could match this one. It has been non-stop entertainment all throughout. The scoreboard tells it all, 4-9 to 4-8. Sean Power with the sideline cut. Strikes it upfield. Paul Lee swings it upfield. Jerry Collins tries to get a touch to it. So does Paul O'Rourke. Rory O'Sullivan is there for Ballygunner. And one certainly has to admire the fighting spirit of the Ballygunner men. Lesser sides would have died trailing by 11 points. Ballygunner didn't. It's going to be a sideline cut to Ballygunner. We've gone over the 30 minutes. A point between the sides. The Wolfe Tones supporters are whistling. They're whistling for the final whistle. Just a point between the sides. 4-9 to 4-8. 30 minutes and 50 seconds. This is Finbar Carrig. Carrig strikes it upfield. It's gone to the right and wide. It'll be as good as a score if they can keep it at that end of the field. This is Paul Power. Power strikes it in the centre. Up there, Icefred. Frank Lohan gets a touch to it. Finbar Carrig can't hold on to it. Out comes Brian Lohan. Lohan comes away, taken down by Paul Flynn. And it's the only way this man can be stopped. He's just a superhuman machine at fullback. Frank Lohan to take the free. 31 minutes, 33 seconds. The referee looks at the watch. Frank Lohan with the free. And it's all over. It's all over. Wolfe Tones are the Munster Club champions at their first ever attempt. And what a scene here in Semple Stadium as the supporters invade Semple Stadium. I've never seen anything quite like it. It's a new thing to them. They won the county final for the very first time on the 6th of October. But it's just a mass exodus from the stand at the far side as the Wolfe Tones supporters are coming on to congratulate their heroes. A marvellous day for the Wolfe Tones club and for Clare hurling here in Semple Stadium. 6 Mile Bridge won it last year in the Gaelic rounds. Wolfe Tones the new champions at Clare. They knocked out the Munster and All-Ireland champions 6 Mile Bridge in the Clare Championship. Well, since then they knocked out the Kerry champions Ballyhigh. They then took the scalp of the Limerick champions Patrick's Well. And when one just remembers that Ballygunner had beaten the Cork champions and they'd also beaten the Tipperary champions. What a marvellous achievement this is for Wolfe Tones as they have won the Munster Club Championship at their very, very first appearance. They're just in existence about 25, 26 years And what a major achievement they have. They have captured every title in Clare. In 1 year they captured every underage in hurling and football, but this year has been their greatest year of all. They are now the new Munster champions. What a really great day for Wolfe Tones here in Semple Stadium.
There's a number of people I'd like to thank. First and foremost is the panel of players. This didn't just happen by accident. There was an awful lot of players who put an awful lot of work in, going right back to January the 13th. And really, in fairness, it was time for us in Shannon to do something, and we did it. I would also like to thank the people of Shannon for coming down here in great numbers. It's really appreciated by the team. And on an extension of that, I would also like to thank the people of Clare who came down here. So we had a fabulous backroom team, and if you could bear with me for a second, I'll go through them. First and foremost, Mike Reedy, who's been with us since we were 14 years of age. Thanks a lot, Mike. Pat McAllen, Tom O'Rourke, Tony Mulcahy, and I suppose, you know, I said it after the county final, Alan Cunningham, he's been absolutely fantastic for us. There's one other man who's been with us over the last 2 or 3 years, and really we would not be here but for him, and that is John Hodges of Cork. Finally, I'd like to thank Ballygunner for a fabulous game. You know, we knew coming here that, you know, you would be hungry, and the Waterford is hungry for a Munster championship. Clare are in the same position as you, really. We are hungry for Munster championships, and really, we wanted this, you know, just as much as you did. And I suppose, being honest about it, we had the rubber to green today. But 3 cheers for Ballygunner. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Thank you very much.
Well, with me is Finbar Carrick with a big smile across his face. Finbar, a great day for Wolfe Tones and Clare hurling.
Scenes like these, after the county final we saw happy scenes. Today, I think, has emulated all that. The people of Shannon to come down here today to Thurles and cheer on the Shannon team and see us pull off a win like that today, a thrilling win. We had it tough in the second half, but to hold firm like we did, it means so much to all these people. They didn't come down here for the day out. They don't come for the day out anymore in Shannon. We come to win, and today we did that, and we did it for the people of Shannon.
Well, it was one of the best displays of club hurling. It was one of the best games I've ever seen. It was half-stopping there in the second half. What was it like to play in?
Oh, you want to be out there, I'll tell you. We had a big lead. I think it kind of took us by surprise, actually, that we had such a big lead. You know, and getting the goal straight after half-time, we were kind of saying, Jesus, this Ballygunner at all. But true to form, they came back at us, and it was touch and go for a long time. I was very scared. We put a couple wide, but we could afford that at the end, I suppose. Looking back, it's great now, but Ballygunner came at us. I thought it was curtains, but we held for. We have 6 backs there. There wasn't much going to pass them, and it showed today.
Well, at the end of last year, nobody would have even thought that Wolfe Tones would be county champions. Now county champions, Munster champions. Could we have another great day in Dublin, St Patrick's Day, All-Ireland champions?
We started on the 13th of January, and we don't aim to finish till Paddy's Day 1997 with the All-Ireland Cup back in Shannon.
Well done.
We've trained long and hard. People laughed last year, but I think we're going to have the last laugh this year, lads. We've worked too hard for it to let it slip now, and we're only starting now.
Well, what a way it would be to drown the Shamrock on St. Patrick's Day, bringing the All-Ireland title back to Shannon.
Drown the Shamrock, I think he's going to die an awful death Paddy's Day. That's all.
Well, thanks very much for the honours. Congratulations once again. Well, with me is two more members of this marvellous Wolfe Tones team, John Reardon and Pat O'Rourke. John, that was some performance out there today.
Yeah, I suppose it's hard to put into words, but as Brian Owen said in his speech, we're training since January 13th. There's a panel there of 27, and every one of them deserve as much credit as any of the 15 that are out there today. I mean, myself, I wasn't playing the last day, but I was thrilled to get on today. And I don't know what else to say. I mean, it was brilliant, marvellous, and that's all I can say.
Well, Pat, just after half-time, you went 12 points up. Did you think it was safe in the bag at that stage?
I suppose, realistically looking at it, I mean, we were after going in 9 points up and facing a win. People were wondering was a good enough lead or not at half-time, but come out then and get a goal from the throw-in. It was a great boost. But I mean, all this year in all our matches, we've seen in the last 10 or 15 minutes to pull away, our fitness was shown, but all credit to Ballygunner on today. I think they matched our fitness, and you could tell, like, with the scoreline finished was 1 point, and they came at us with everything. And I think our fitness was held, but usually we've been pulling away, but today we just couldn't. I think the long year showed, and Ballygunner had the fitness as well as us. But I think it was just our pure heart and determination again, and the will to win, and that's what won out in the day.
Well, it had been said about this Wolfe Tones team at times that if they were to win games, it would be low-scoring games. The forwards proved that wrong today, running up a total of 4-9.
That's true. I mean, you look at it that way, but very little has been scored against us, and there was 4-8 scored today. I think there hasn't been that many goals scored throughout the whole year put together. The most was 1 goal and 9 or 10 points, that was it. But Ballygunner, all credit, scored 4-8, whereas we scored 4-9 in fairness, yes, but it showed that they were a fair side, scored 4-9 against us, and we have played against some of the best forwards in the country, in Clare and in Patrick's well. So all credit to them, like, they put up a good score as well, and I think it was just our pure determination and will to win that brought us through in the end.
Well, I think it was one of the best games of club hurling that I've ever seen. What was it like to play in?
Well, it was very fast and I must say tiring. That's for sure. We were delighted to hear the final whistle. And as Brian said in his speech, I think the rub of the green was with us today. And I mean, you make your own luck, and we got it today, and we must accept that. Like, Ballygunner will be back again. I mean, the luck has been going with us all year. First county final, first Munster club final to be in, and to win it is a great bonus. And Shannon needed, and it's great, especially for all the young people around today that came to the matches and came down to our own club against the well. And that's hopefully they learn from that. Now we can go on, take a break now for December, and go on next year and do the county proud, and hopefully match with the Bridge on last year.
Well, John, there was great celebrations after the county final. I'm sure there'll be as big, if not bigger, celebrations tonight and during the week.
That's for sure. It'll start straight inside in the dressing room. It won't be long before we start. There'll be a few crates of beer going back in that bus anyway, and we'll have a good night.
Well, lads, congratulations. It was a joy to watch.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks.
Well, with me is the marvellous captain of the team, Brian Lohan. Brian, that was a great performance out there, a great day for the Wolfe Tones club.
Yeah, fantastic performance by, credit must go to the full 27 of the panel who've been there since last January. Fantastic day for the club.
Well, what can you attribute the big turnaround from last year to this year, winning the first county final this year and now Munster champions?
Well, I suppose it comes down to work, and there's been a great work ethic within the club over the last year. It is a full calendar year now at this stage, and that's what I attribute it to, work.
What type of targets were set for the team at the start of the year?
We set a target of winning the club championship in hurling and winning the club championship in football, and we won both.
Well, now Munster champions, I think if to face the Northern champions, I think it's Cushendall in All-Ireland semi-final. Have you thought about that, or in your wildest dreams did you think about that at the start of the year?
No, I didn't. I have never seen Cushendall, but I'm sure that any team that is left in the competition at the moment is bound to be a good team. So in fairness, it'll be a tough assignment to go up there and win.
Well, Wolfe Tones were very successful down the years at underage level, and it seemed to have dropped off a small bit in the last couple of years. Will this bring it back again, do you think, having won the Clare and Munster title?
Well, hopefully, there's nothing like success to get fellas playing the game, so hopefully it will. And
how far do you think this team can go? 6 Mile Bridge seemed to lose their bite after winning an All-Ireland title last year. This team is very young, though. I'd say they'll be a team that to be reckoned with in the county for a long time.
Yeah, well, hopefully, this year we just took every game as it comes, and that's the way we're going to continue. You know, you can't start thinking about into the future. You know, 3 or 4 years. You just take each game as it comes, and you know we'll see how we go.
Well, Brian, congratulations, magnificent performance. Wish you the very best of luck, and hope that Patrick's Day you'll be bringing back the major one back to Shannon.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Well, with me is the manager of the Ballygunner side, Mick Gaffney. Mick, I suppose disappointed is putting it mildly.
Yes, we are disappointed. We came here very confident, but we also knew that we were coming here to play a very strong team. And any team that could beat 6 Mile Bridge, Clare Castle and Patrick's Well had to be good, and we knew that. Nevertheless, we came and we put our best foot forward, and it wasn't good enough on the day. We didn't play as well as we would have liked in the first half, and I think we possibly lost the match there. But nevertheless, full credit to Wolfe Tones. They were a tremendous team. They never gave up. They fought all the way, and it's going to take a very, very good team to beat them. And all we can say is wish them the very, very best of luck.
Well, I think you won the toss, and Fergal Hapley decided to play against the breeze. Was that planned before the game?
We played against the breeze. That was our intention, yeah. That was the game plan, to play against the breeze in the first half.
Well, going into at half-time, you were 9 points down. What did you say to the lads at half-time?
Well, 9 points down, we didn't mind that, because we knew we weren't after playing well. We knew we weren't even after playing half as well as we would be capable of. And we went in there and we pointed that out to the lads, and we pointed out very strongly to them that we have come from behind before, and it wasn't impossible to pull back that. There was a strong breeze and that was going to help us. But on the day we weren't good enough, and fair play to Wolfe Tones. They were a great team on the day. They're one of the best teams that I've ever come across or ever played against.
Well, 9 points down at half-time. I think there was only about 9 seconds gone in the second half. Then when Wolfe Tones got another goal, that was a real killer punch.
Well, that was a body blow, all right. And I think a lesser team might have quit. But our fellas didn't. They dug deeper and they went into another gear, and we pulled back that 9 points and we got them back within a point. I thought if there was another minute to go we might have got that point, but it wasn't to be for us. I think Paul Flynn was in very bad luck. He hit the crossbar in that second half with a pile driver, and we hit the upright twice in the first half. It wasn't really to be for us on the day, but we did our best and we played as well as we were able to play in that second half. You can't take it from Wolfe Tones. They were tremendous on the day, and I would hope that Wolfe Tones keep their feet very firmly on the ground now and go the whole way. And I think they can do it.
Well, being 12 points down, as you said, a lesser team might quit. I was talking to some of the Wolfe Tones lads after, and they said that in the last couple of minutes they were hoping it wouldn't be a draw. They wouldn't fancy coming back to play again.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. But quite honestly, we'd have accepted a draw, but that wasn't the situation. But that's nice to hear. But there you are. That's it. That's the hurling. Only one team can win. We were beaten by the narrowest of margins. We haven't any complaint, and all we can do now is get back, and we'll have a little rest for a while. It's been a long year for us. We're training since last January, and we'll come back and start training again next January and have another go at it.
Well, Mick, thanks for talking to us, and I know you're disappointed, but it was certainly some game of hurling.
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Pat O'Connell, chairman of the Wolfe Tones Club. Well, Pat, every day that we speak to you seems to be a great day for Wolfe Tones. It's better and better they're getting.
Well, if we go back to the start of the year, I think we played our first Clare Cup match against Dura Bearfield up in Rosslevin, and we beat them, and we've been winning ever since. Now, if somebody told me or anybody in the club last February that we would have a run like this, I think you'd be locked up. It's unbelievable.
That's in for the fellas with the white coats.
I think so. They'd be locking us all up at this stage, I think.
Well, I suppose it's hard to get your thoughts together at this stage. Being crowned Clare champions just on the 6th of October and now Munster champions. It's certainly going to be some week in Shannon.
Well, judging by the celebrations we had after winning the county final, I'm sure the celebrations tonight and tomorrow and the week ahead will be every bit as tense as they were, say, 4 or 5 weeks ago.
How much, Pat, do you think this will really mean to the youngsters coming up in Shannon?
Well, in a big urban town like Shannon, I think it's important that the adult teams in a club like Wolfe Tones are doing well, and this no doubt will be a big incentive for young people, young kids from 8 upwards, to get involved in the club and start playing hurling and football.
And when one looks slightly to the future, the Wexford champions are gone, the Offaly champions are gone, the Kilkenny champions are gone, so maybe St Patrick's Day, the big one, will come back to Clare and retain the title.
Well, we played every match as it came up to now, and at this stage we're just going to get over and think about today's match, and we'll worry about the All-Ireland semi-final after Christmas, because the lads deserve a break now at this stage. I think everyone in the club deserves a break. We need 3 or 4 weeks just to sit down and relax and gather our thoughts.
Well, of course, this is not just all about the team and panel and management. the officers at the back must have an awful amount of work have to go into it as well.
Well, as Brian Lohan said there in the speech, this win today did not come by accident. This win today started back in the 70s with all the great members in the club who put in so much time with the underage teams. These people, I believe, don't get the recognition or any of the glory. Now, I think you must be fed up talking to me and the same people the whole time. So I feel sorry for the members who did put in so much work down the years, do not get much of a recognition. But to all those people, I would say on behalf of the team here today and the backroom team, thank you very much, because without your work done 15, 20 years ago, we would not be here this evening.
Well, Pat, it's a great day for Wolfe Tones. Thanks for talking to us. Congratulations, and we hope that you can bring the big one back to Clare again.
Thank you very much. You must be getting fed up looking at me at this stage, so we'll see you sometime in February. Thank you.
Thanks, Pat. So Wolfe Tones Sionna are the Munster champions of Clare. On the 6th of October they captured their first Clare senior title. They are now the Munster champions, and hopefully they can go all the way and on St Patrick's Day bring the All-Ireland title back to Clare, which 6 Mile Bridge won last year. One of the best displays of hurling, one of the best games of hurling that I've ever seen. The final score here from Simple Stadium, Thurles: Wolfe Tones 4 goals and 9 points, Ballygunner 4 goals and 8.